Introduction. PPD Seri K was established in 1974. It was sits in the Seri K District Council Office. On 1979, it was sits at Federal Court Government Building Seri K. The PPD is established to facilitate the administration of education and management of the district by the delegation of powers of specific tasks from Kelantan Department of Education to the PPD. This need arises of large number of schools, teachers and pupils growing and increasing over time. PPD Seri K was established to produce and archive productive disciplines in an integrated student body, and each student has ample opportunity and guidance to participate in a variety of school-based activities such as clubs, associations, and uniform teams. PPD Seri K was also established to balance intellectual and academic development with student social, physical, and spiritual development. It was also to fill students' leisure time with benefits, happiness, health, and well-being. The last one is to ensure dorm management is systematic, organized, and ensure the well-being of students in terms of nutrition, learning, and spiritual. Inspiration motto of PPD Seri K is Seri K number 1, and the goal is excellence of effort, excellence is in achievement. The vision of PPD Seri K was quality of people well-being. The mission of PPD Seri K is maintaining a quality education system to develop the individual potential to meet the national aspiration motto.
Introduction to Registry. Registry is a store record in the organization in managing records of the organization. There are three types of registry, that is centralized registry, decentralized registry, and partially centralized. Registry is a place where official records items and received by the municipality. The registry is to serve as a guide tool in responsibility of creating similar within the institution. Next, registry is to ensure the correspondence received by the municipality is delivered to applicable address. Function of registry is to house the series of record in a specific department and to have intellectual control over these records. Registry ensures that the action to be taken on a file is brought to the phases of concern. Also, keep track of all three phases of record file cycle. Then, to ensure files and other form of records are safely kept and easily to be retrieved. Besides that, we choose centralized registry as our registry because the organization are concentrated to a specific on one location. The executive and authority who make critical decisions are based in the head office. The records management department staff control the location of all physical documents. Advantages in using centralized registry is the record creation in accordance with a file design. Standard procedures on records management will be in order, and records manager easier to justify staff in training. Also, centralized record center has enhanced the level of security. Furthermore, the centralized registry will be developed on 1st March 2020, where services are provided during preparation is in department office for maintaining the centralized registry. Office give management encouragement between employees and manager in the operation. The organization can see the improvement in development as a result of maintaining its employees in one location. For instance, centralized office provides large scale in corporate office and other branch office. The reason this company needs large scale because it conducting in the organization with other franchise of this company other than the main office. Lastly, the whole of the document produced by an organization in the course of exercise and preserved for reference purposes. The office located at Wisma Persekutuan Jalan Bangunan Kerajaan, Sarike, Sarawak. The registry room will be at the second floor of the building to keep it from the danger of the infiltration of water causing the document to be destroyed. The registry room located on the second floor is to provide protection against the hazard that will take place near the building. In the registry room, where all active records and control file classification are kept, used, and stored, including delete records in one location.
Identification types of record organization. In the PPD Sarike organization, they stored all the data via electronic record and the file record. The type of record in the PPD organization is correspondence record. They stored all correspondence record by using the file record in specific room, which is registry room, and also by the electronic record. The purpose of correspondence record is to show evidence of important transaction, letter reason for writing and those involved, dates, address, emails, and other important message for the future. For example, letter, memos, and transactions that come into the PPD Sarike. Moreover, the incoming correspondence such as letter, memos, transaction will reach the records of PPD Sarike in the number of different ways. There are some will come through the regular post office or the courier service such as via email or with growth in technology through the text message. In addition, the PPD Sarike organization also will keep all correspondence in the file at the registry room. It is because they are also reach the correspondence by the hand, so that they will keep all information such as letter in the file record. There are many types of files in the registry room. They arrange the file by label at the shelf so that they can find and get information easily. In the files, keep all the important information such as correspondence, either incoming correspondence and outgoing correspondence, to be as evidence for future. For example, about the reputation of school below the PPD Sarike, especially in examinations such as PT3 and SPM. Then, by the file record, they will know the school's reputation, either good or bad reputation, so that they can be more focused to the school and find the relevant and suitable way to achieve their good target. Lastly, PPD Sarike will send all information in the electronic records and the file records to the Government of Education as the evidence and the important information from PPD Sarike, because PPD Sarike was the important organization to make sure and organize the education in Malaysia.
Explanation: the uses of records. The use of records as evidence is the record shows the context of its creation and use. Besides that, an understandable contextual audit trail view of a record is displayed along with all display or print outputs. The record is editable. The record will be kept secret when a duplicate copy is required to be sent, while the published version will be documented in the link business. However, the publications of edited editions is a discrete administrative affair, since the publications of an edited versions of the record use an auditable original record. The creation of an audit trail is linked to the business of publishing the edit. This requirement must be met if the records necessary to assist the administrations and accountability of the public office are to be captured, used, and maintained as a reliable record of all time. For example, managed student records, however defined as the area of management responsible for maintaining, systematically controlling the receipt and use and characteristic of records. This includes the process of keeping students' evidence and information in the form of records. This is done so that information related to the student can be organized and kept in order, efficient, and safe from the things that will destroy it. Furthermore, the use of records for consultations in public records. Public record means those records that are formally received or issued by any public servant or public office worker in the course of his or her official duties and include any governmental records as well as all records which are at the commencement of this act are in custody or under the control of the National Archive of Malaysia established under the National Archive Act 1966, Act 511. The functions of a public record, including an electronic record in electronic form, is to be a valid, accurate, reliable source of information and a means of documenting decisions. What is important is that this record is a source of evidence for any governmental affairs. Next one is the reference. This record can be used for applying data on the records of re-entry into secondary and primary school students. Then by doing so, it is very useful record towards PPT since it included on all students matter. Because all the records data from all the students that re-enter primary, and secondary schools are important and they need to analyze the number of pupil issues and put that in the school record files. For example, to review and analyze the students' attendance records. If a student does not regularly attend the school, the teacher or someone in charge can put it in his attendance mark empty. When that happens, the data will be recorded and calculated, or a warning letter are issued towards the students. The authority, such as PPD, can use the file to copy the records for reference from time to time. The last one is on decision making. It is to support and documenting the policymaker and the process of creation decisions. Public record is in electronic form are served as a valid, accurate, and reliable source of information and as a documenting decisions. For example, the student's attendance record. This record is intended as a decision making when the students are often skip school, and so an action will be taken in this matter if the students' records of absence exceeded. One more to add is record category. It is a common record for the internal administrations of an institution. It is a function record. Most functions have short-term administrative records and unique to a particular set of responsibilities as an institution. There are two subcategories of record, which is a record of the delivery of programs and services also relating to the policies, decision and processes governing the delivery of program and services. Temporary records fall into the category of records described as records should be kept only for a short period of time before being destroyed. Examples of such records are personal documents such as resumes and regular communications and documents that have no corporate, legal, or archival value.
Identify the uses of records. PPD use the guides and support the development of the school senior team leader in all aspects of outstanding leadership and management of the school organization in accordance with the Malaysian Wave Education Quality Standard 2. Also, provide school counseling, advisor on appropriate programs that interventions related to students' affairs to be implemented in accordance with SSDM's Excellent Student Discipline and Discipline. Also, it analyzes and report on school achievement in monitoring students' progress and achievement on the effectiveness of interventions for outstanding students' involvement in curriculum and co-curriculum for areas in primary and high school students. Furthermore, implementing mentoring and training programs to enhance the teaching of professionalism in the district through continuous professional development and SPL KPM professional learning community to enhance the teacher competence and quality for effective teaching and learning. It is also to provide an advice on effective replacement and development on leadership capacity for quality schools. In addition, guides the sharing of best practice to the needs of the school through the School Transformation Program 2025 or to create a meaningful learning and teaching environment for quality schools and excellent student success. As shown by this picture below, here shown a website that introducing SAPS and Sidetrack, which are system development for analyzing data on the achievement of SR2 SPM students. Sidetrack is an innovation developed by the teacher Claudius Lu Kyong, school improvement partner plus SIP plus officer and PPD Sarike. It was used to perform test data analysis and individuals and school performance predictions for all types of tests and exams. It were built in Sarike but used to other districts in Sarawak. Sidetrack also has successfully gotten an award of 2 stars after its launches.
How registry to maintain the record. Equipment for storage. Firstly, steel filing cabinet or filing locker. Filing cabinet ability to hold large amounts of files without taking up too much floor space. In addition, filing cabinet also makes it easier for employees to retrieve information and increase productivity. Then, filing shelf. Filing shelf also make it possible for employees to categorize and store files and folders. Security and safety. Firstly, CCTV camera. CCTV systems are able to keep track of what is happening at the PPD Sarike where they are installed, such as car parking, office and toilet. It also used to keep record of when the staff are coming into and checking out of PPD Sarike, as well as when deliveries are made or visitors enter the building and can ensure everything's running smoothly. Then, fire extinguisher. It was portable or movable apparatus used to put out a small fire by directing onto it a substance that cools the burning material. Digital keyless entry. It functions to control of who enters and exits the PPD Sarike, and only the employees can enter the room or open the filing cabinet. It will also ensure the filing room or filing cabinet is automatically locked at all times. Then smoke detector. Fire detector function to detect smoke and give an early signal. And lastly, fire bell. Fire bell function to give an early signal to something that could be tracked. tragic.
What type of classification and coding system used in registry? Type of classification: administrative file coding system 500 ppd, human resource management 500, government organization MPPDM, pegawai pendidikan daerah PPD, service management unit 04, community service program 1, guidance and counseling program modules 1.
How registry do appraisal and disposition process. Record appraisal is the process of determining the archival value and the ultimate disposition of records. Appraisal decisions are informed by a number of factors including the historical, legal, operational, and financial value of the records. Appraisal is the process of evaluating records to determine which are to be kept for a specified period, which will be destroyed, and which are to be retained as archive. Our chosen organizations decided to do the appraisal step by step. The first step is state the purpose of the records. The second step is list the data needs and its sources, then gather records and verify the specific data such as site development. The next step is gather records and verify the data for each approach, then analyze and interpret the data. The second step is reconcile data for the final estimates, and the last step is prepare an appraisal report. Disposition is an integral part of records management and is the third and final stage of life cycle of records. For the disposition process, our organizations decided to use the buried method. This is because the burnout record will not leave any impressions on others, especially privacy-based material.
In conclusion, PPD Sarike strives to keep its records in an organizable way. It won't only be efficient but also ease the individuals working on the files. The position they held and the job description they received shall be carried easily. Also, the layout of the building focused more on the spaces to store the records. To do so, the organization may add more room to keep more files in the company. If needed, the record manager will have a big meeting to inform the workers to keep them alert. In return, one of her workers may schedule a meeting in their meeting room to talk privately to share their ideas regarding record keeping. It is important for record manager to take employees' idea into consideration as they may be useful for the future of the registry. Other than that, the file room and mail room are to be in clean and organized state. This is so to ensure the rooms are secure and intruder-free. Other than that, the layout is to believe has appropriate spaces and tools for record keeping. With spaces and tools, it is the files management system and allow easier record keeping. After all, a good filing system enables staff and find records in quick motions and economic regardless the format. In addition, it is also useful when it comes to appraisal. Easily, staff could determine the types of record to be preserved and the ones to be disposed. Appraisal holds crucial roles as it has the ability to provide evidence of the source of authority, foundation, and machinery of the governments and its institutions. Besides, it benefits the staff in both time and place as they could work in one location. Both the computers and the corner desktop could be used by the staff. Having two technological gadgets help the staff to do their work in quick pace. It's very convenient and also very easy to work in, especially in good environment. However, when needed, the importance of disposition is to be considered as it is to reduce capacity to access and manage space. It is also to maintain a credible, reliable, and effective record system. By taking this position into consideration, the staff reduce the risk of sensitive or personal information falls into the wrong hands. After all, the principles of disposal are environment-friendly, authorized, irreversible, secure, and confidential and timely. Frankly speaking, disposition is important and useful when it's to destroying records. Staff could use any methods to dispose them such burn, shredded, buried, and pulping. Therefore, the registry is under the care of well-trained human resource with great security and safety. Here are the references that we used to complete on this report. Appendices. As for the first pictures that shown by here, it is for the only importance file records only. As for the second picture, part A and part B, these two pictures shows the places of all the records has been kept in. All the records are different by the color of its uses, based off the file hardcovers. And that is all from our group report assignment video. We would like to thank Ms. Mosinin for giving us this opportunity to make this such video assignment, and hope you had a very great day.